Hello everyone here in the auditorium and everyone at home watching us online around the world. My name is Sonia Balacó and I'm here to present the nominated films of the EATSA Art and Tourism Film Festival's first edition. Combining the celebration of World Tourism Day with the best film productions from around the world is noteworthy given the potential of its positive synergistic effect. And for that reason, I'd like to ask the people in the house for a big applause for the organizers. And personally, I'd like to congratulate the organizers for choosing this venue for the event, the School of Tourism and Maritime Technology, which happens to be in my hometown, Peniche, that I deeply love. Peniche, with its exceptional beaches, has gained worldwide reputation among surfers. And for diving lovers, there is nothing better than the waters near my beloved island of Berlenga, classified by UNESCO as a biosphere reserve. The first edition of the EATSA Film Festival shows notable numbers. The Masters competition, aimed at professional productions, received 140 films from 40 countries. The Art Lab competition, specifically aimed at films produced in higher education institutions, received 209 films from 70 educational institutions in 50 countries. And to welcome you to this incredible event, let's hear a few words from the president of the Polytechnic of Leiria, Professor Rui Pedrosa.
Good morning to everyone and welcome to the Polytechnic of Leiria and welcome to the Euro-Asia Tourism Studies Association Film Festival. I want to greet all of the attendees to the Eurasia Tourism Studies Association Film Festival Awards, including all the main speakers, students, professors, film professionals, tourism professionals, academic film producers, and producers that came from everywhere. I want to greet all the organizing team, but also I need to give a special thanks to Francisco Diaz, my friend, as a professor of the Polytechnic of Leiria, but also represents here the Central Portugal Film Commission and the Eurasia Tourism Studies Association. I also want to give a special thanks to Nadia Oliveira as Executive Director of the festival, and to Erinco Panay, the President of Eurasia Tourism Studies Association. For the Polytechnic of Leiria, it's a great pleasure and an honor to be one of the partners, together with the Eurasia Tourism Studies Association and the Central Portugal Film Commission, in this transforming project, which intends to promoting the values of sustainability and the good tourism practice, mainly to young tourism students, which will be the main transforming agents in the future of the tourism principles and strategies, for which the main idea of the tourism for a better future. This Eurasia Tourism Studies Association Film Festival assumes even a more significance because happens in the World Tourism Day. This is not a coincidence, but is a strong way to affirm tourism as an important and strategic area for a better future, which undertake even a more importance in an uncertainty context generated by COVID-19 in a transversal way in society, but that induces a strong negative impact in the tourism sector. This pandemic situation that we are now overpassing, global, supported by scientific knowledge associated to diagnostic as well to the vaccine development, that could be transported to the tourism sector, which also needs to reinforce the strategic decisions by investing in science and in knowledge add value strategies, as well stimulating the professional training process related with reskills and the upskills needs for the tourism sectors. Today, and I want to thank to the 33 experts as a jury from 17 countries that work hard on the selection of a lot of films in two different sections. The Art Lab sections that we receive 219 submissions in these Art Lab sections that came from the academic sectors, as well in the Master section that we receive 141 films from professional productions. Today, we will announce the nominees for Art Lab and for Master section, but we also will know the winner of the Food Film Menu competition. Please enjoy the first edition of the Eurasia Tourism Studies Association Film Festival that's starting today and finish 10 of November. For those that are in Peniche, please enjoy this heritage, the amazing heritage that we have, our culture, our gastronomy in Peniche and in the central region of Portugal. Thank you very much.
The EATSA Film Festival is part of the celebration program of the World Tourism Organization. So let's hear the UNWTO's Regional Director for Europe, Alessandra Priante's message.
Dear Miss Ana Sargento, Vice President of Leiria's Polytechnic. Dear Mr. Paulo Almeida, Dean of School of Tourism and Maritime Technology. Dear students, dear friends, it's an honor for me to greet you today as we celebrate the World Tourism Day. This is the day when the eyes of the world are on the tourism industry, recognizing its social, cultural, political, and economic value, and echoing its contribution towards reaching the Sustainable Development Goals. I applaud your decision to embark on this career path in a moment of uncertainty for the tourism sector. I thank you for believing in the power of tourism to bring positive change in the world. The global pandemic has had a widespread effect on every aspect of our lives. As a result of this pandemic and the ongoing crisis, an additional 32 million people were pushed into extreme poverty in 2021. In the least developed countries, especially, women have been hit hardest. The most vulnerable members of our societies have been less able to cope with the social and economic effects of the pandemic. Furthermore, they are also less likely to have the resources and the opportunities to bounce back from adversity. Despite the unprecedented effects on tourism business have continued to provide a lifeline for many millions of individuals around the globe, obviously in Portugal as well. Tourism has adapted to the greatest possible extent. Domestic tourism has increased substantially, and new tourism products, including virtual ones, have been developed. For tourism, this is an opportunity to rethink and rebuild the sector in a more sustainable and resilient way. This will allow tourism to continue fulfilling its potential and unique ability to drive economic and social development and be a pillar of several sustainable development goals. Goals 1, zero poverty, 5, gender equality, 8, decent work and economic growth, and 10, reducing inequalities. UNWTO, together with the 2021 host country Côte d'Ivoire, has chosen tourism for inclusive growth as the main topic of this World Tourism Day. We know tourism can help the marginalized groups that have been hit disproportionately during this pandemic see a positive trend there and after. As we restart tourism, we will leave no one behind. Dear friends, the potential and opportunities you and your peers around the world have are the key elements of the inclusive growth and stability. You are the managers of the future. You are the creators of sustainability, and you are our power. Our industry is the unbeatable tool in your responsible mission. We believe tourism will once again create jobs, support businesses, and play an important role in the preservation of our natural and cultural heritage. We believe that tourism can fill the void created in the national and global economies and ensure a lasting recovery. We trust that the future of tourism is bright and prosperous, lying in the hands of the young minds like you. We believe in the future of tourism. We believe in you. Thank you. Muito obrigada.
A very important message, I believe, to leave nobody behind. We now welcome Adriana Rodrigues, the president of EATSA Film Festival's main organizer, Centro de Portugal Film. Let's listen.
Viva, muito bom dia. É com enorme honra que dou as boas-vindas ao EATSA Art and Tourism Film Festival na qualidade de presidente da direção da Centro de Portugal Film Commission num dia em que se celebra o turismo. Um cumprimento em particular à Euroasia Tourism Studies Association e ao Politécnico de Leiria que connosco organizam este evento. A pandemia de Covid-19 provocou um enorme impacto social e económico por todo o mundo. Os grupos mais vulneráveis e as pessoas com menos rendimentos foram os mais atingidos. O retomar da atividade turística em todo o mundo vai constituir uma ajuda fundamental para impulsionar a recuperação económica. Mas é essencial que os benefícios dessa recuperação cheguem e sejam desfrutados por todos de forma ampla e justa. A Organização Mundial de Turismo designou, por isso, o Dia Mundial do Turismo de 2021 como um dia centrado no turismo para um crescimento inclusivo. Esta é uma oportunidade de olhar para além das simples estatísticas da atividade turística e compreender que por detrás de cada número existe uma pessoa. O EATSA homenageia e celebra iniciativas de criatividade, inovação e mudança que exponenciam o conhecimento do mundo e valorizam o ser humano, celebrando os diferentes ecossistemas e habitats. E é este o equilíbrio que nos parece tão difícil de alcançar. Por um lado, o crescimento do turismo para aumentar a qualidade de vida das populações. Por outro, garantir a sustentabilidade ambiental. O que torna o EATSA tão especial é que aponta caminhos, indica direções, dá pistas através da arte e da cultura para que este equilíbrio seja verdadeiramente uma realidade. Temas tão sensíveis e fundamentais como a sustentabilidade, a ecologia, as temáticas sociais dão mote a categorias a concurso neste festival. Mas também a gastronomia, a cultura, o património, estes que são elementos únicos e irrepetíveis dos destinos, são o mote para os mais belos filmes. Filmes que nos lembram de onde vimos, quem somos e, sobretudo, para onde vamos. É este o contributo tão importante que queremos assinalar com esta edição deste festival. Que não nos esqueçamos de olhar para a beleza singular de tudo quanto nos rodeia e nos lembra da importância de que cuidemos deste tão importante legado. Uma mensagem final. É chegada a altura de sermos solidários e de pensarmos que nem todos vão sair desta pandemia tão fortes como desejaríamos. Aproveitemos o mote do Dia Mundial do Turismo e façamos a nossa parte para que o crescimento seja verdadeiramente inclusivo. Um bom e inspirador festival para todos.
And finally, an introduction from the festival's promoter, Euro-Asia Tourism Studies Association, EATSA, with a few words from its president, Enrico Panay.
Dear friends, I'm very glad to have the opportunity today to say a few words about the first EATSA Art and Tourism Film Festival. This festival was born from a visionary idea, and the idea was simple but very important. How can we make the sustainable tourism more attractive? And the solution, it was also simple. We should show the world how it is possible to make sustainable tourism. And to do so, we created a festival that show the films and documentaries from filmmakers around the world that document and highlight the importance and the relevance of sustainable tourism. Now we have an international event. We have more than 50 countries that presented more than 300 films and documentaries. If you imagine that we have already more than 25% of the world, you can imagine the importance of this event. I'm really glad to be here because I'm the president of the association EATSA, the Euro-Asia Tourism Studies Association. And why I'm glad? Because with this association, we are trying to build bridges between cultures. We are trying to contaminate different philosophies or ethical frameworks and way to approach to tourism. And we are doing so with international conferences, one every year. And we are doing with a scientific publication, a journal of the association. And now for the first time, we are doing it with an international festival for tourism. So I have to thank everybody. I have to thank, first of all, the participants, the filmmakers that came and believed in and trusted our organization. And I have to thank the institutions and the university, the polytechnics of Leira, and also the other association, international association that helped us in this organization. I have to particularly thank the jury. They did an enormous job in evaluating all the films. But at the end, I have to thank three persons. I have to thank the visionary person who have who had the idea to develop this festival, and that talked to me the first time a few years ago about it, and this is Francisco Diaz. But I have also to thank the president of the director of the festival. I'm talking about Nadia Oliveira. She did an enormous job to transform the idea of Francisco in something real. I have also to thank Beatrice Diniz. She's always with us in those organizations, and she helped a lot in the logistic system. But at the end, I have to say good luck to all the participants. In this day of the international tourism, I hope that this is a small brick that we are putting together to build a better world and a more sustainable tourism. Thank you to everybody.
The essence of the EATSA Film Festival brand is translated into a true code of ethics, which consists of promoting good practices in tourism and related industries, inclusive, socially equitable, respectful of the environment, and economically viable and sustainable. One of the concrete expressions of the spirit of commitment to good practices is the support to the Film Food Menu competition promoted by the International Institute of Gastronomy, Culture, Arts and Tourism. IGCAT is an organization that aims to empower local communities by raising awareness of the importance to safeguard and promote distinct food, culture, arts, and sustainable tourism assets through different projects, namely the European and World Region of Gastronomy. Bear with me a second. In particular, the Film Food Menu is aimed to raising awareness about the importance of cultural and food uniqueness as a step towards averting climate change.
The International Institute of Gastronomy, Culture, Arts and Tourism, ICAT, believes that we can empower local communities by protecting and promoting our rich cultural and diverse food identities. Our goal is to assist local leaders by giving them access to a world network of experts from many fields, such as culture, biodiversity, art, tourism, food production, heritage, SME development, environment, health, hospitality, and so on. By building a platform of awarded regions, we can also transfer knowledge and best practices. And there is an urgent need to do so, because globalized food systems are impacting on our planet, our health, and our well-being. The idea for an award and a platform of regions was piloted in Europe and has in 3 years seen enormous success. We've enjoyed extensive national television coverage in most of the countries where we have awarded regions. We have attracted attention in international press, travel magazines, and received invitations to major forums. As a non-governmental organization, ICAT endeavors to build strategic partnerships with strong regionally based organizations. So in Europe, for example, we work closely with the European Travel Commission, Visit Europe, the European Commission, and the European Committee of the Regions. We are now looking to forge similar alliances in other continents in the world, and of course with UNESCO and UNWTO. But this is all words, and it's action on the ground that counts. Our awarded regions have pioneered many initiatives such as Welcome to the Farm to revitalise local farming, the local breakfast basket to make local food traditions visible in hotels, the Embassy programme to introduce food bloggers and journalists to their region's gastronomy, and the Catastrophic Meal to talk about food futures with local citizens. And already 4 projects have taken on an international profile, and that gives visibility to the regions. For example, the European Young Chef Award aimed to ensure lifelong ambassadors for good food, or the Local Food Gift Project aimed to create quality food gifts that promote the region. The Top Food Experiences aim to improve and innovate to make original creative food experiences, and the Food Film Festivals to encourage cross-marketing and promotion across participating regions.
And now let's hear some words from the president of the IGCAT, Diane Dodd.
Welcome to ICAT's 2021 Food Film Menu. It is an honour to collaborate with EATSA, Arts and Tourism Film Festival. Today, you're going to enjoy the category winners from this year's competition that aims to stimulate the creation of new films that focus on cultural and food diversity. These short films will take you on a journey to discover the people, the stories and the landscapes from these amazing regions that are all focusing on a sustainable food future. We invite you now to learn more about our mission, to see past winning films, or to submit your own film for next year's edition at Enjoy the Food Film Menu today.
As part of the partnership with ICAT, EATSA Film Festival is honored to screen the category winners of the Film Food Menu competition and announce firsthand the first, second, and third prizes and Best Potential World Region of Gastronomy winner. The films were evaluated by an international jury of renowned experts from different areas of tourism, culture, and gastronomy. We now move on to the screening of the 9 films awarded in the thematic categories of the Film Food Menu competition. The winner in the category Food-Related Visitor Experiences or Food Gifts from the Regions of Gastronomy is the Spanish film A Food and Love Story. Let's watch the film. Or we just watched the film, so I'm gonna go on to the second winner. And the winner in the category Food and Sustainability is the Norwegian film European Region of Gastronomy, Trondheim, Trondelag New Horizons. Let's watch the film.
Posso pescar notos? You fish? This coca de sofrit. This coca bamba. This formatge. This oli de Menorca. This carn eixuga. This sobrassada. Dis, pastissons.
I una dolça matinada al despertar. I esta platja solitària amb el so de sa guitarra li cantava una
Dis,
cançó.
gat roig.
Ja no en queda ni sa vela de sa barca marinera.
Ull de gat roig. Ceba, pebre, carabassó, oli d'oliva i sal. Ho han dit? Jo, xef.
mana Zilan?
Excuse me, my ship has broke down and my phone has run out of battery. Can you help me, please?
Of course.
Why? Yes, please. Thank you. Thanks.
Are you hungry?
Yes, I'm hungry.
You fish.
Sorry for the confusion. Now we're about to watch the Norwegian film European Region of Gastronomy Trondheim, Trondelag New Horizons.
Det är det som är så spännande med Trøndelag, at vi har hela spektret. Hver region er kjent for sin ting, ikke bare i Trøndelag, men også nasjonalt.
Det jeg selv synes er artig, det er jo det at vi har det mangfoldet fra fjord til fjell. Jeg er jo veldig subjektiv, men jeg vil jo si at kvaliteten er enestående. Selvfølgelig.
Lokalt handler jo om å støtte opp sine egne. Det er veldig enkelt når tilbudet er så bra som det er. Man kan få tak i det beste av det beste. Det merker man med gjestene nå, at de er mer opptatt av hvor det kommer fra. Eller sånn, her har vi sånt her. Det trodde jeg bare var Italia, for eksempel.
Vi har veldig mange gode suksesshistorier. Så vi er veldig gode på lavt kjemikaliebruk i maten vår, og lavt på antibiotika i tillegg. Vi har så mye godt råstoff. Vi har jo noen veldig gode restauranter som er flinke til å vise frem de råvarene.
Vi har jo blitt litt rettere i ryggen, og vi har nå kjent på at vi er unike i matsammenheng.
Det vises jo, og det synes jeg er veldig artig da.
European Region of Gastronomy er jo et kvalitetstegn. Man blir utpekt som en region som har en matkultur, et matinteresse, matproduksjon som er unikt.
Jeg tror dette er en pris som vi kommer til å bli mer og mer stolt av etter hvert som vi kommer ut i 2022, når vi ser hva dette kan bety for regionen vår.
Det er ikke så mange som har denne utmerkelsen her, så det er i hvert fall noe vi har grunn til å være veldig stolt av.
Vi vil vise frem da, at vi har jobbet for det her, og det her fortjener vi.
Stedet der vi har best mat i Norden, kanskje i Europa, kanskje i verden.
Suddenly getting hungry. In the category European Region of Gastronomy, the winner is the French film Hôte de France, European Region of Gastronomy. Let's check out the film.
Excusez-moi. Ouais. Je suis partout et nulle part à la fois en fait.
Atypique, authentique, il peut avoir tous les noms ici.
Venir dans les Hauts-de-France, c'est pour découvrir nos produits, nos valeurs, notre simplicité.
Il peut sortir, il peut les cueillir. Des fois, on va même cueillir devant les gens en fait. Il nous manque 3 plantes, allez hop, on sort dehors et on les a.
Mais les produits qui arrivent à la maison, eux aussi arrivent. Et moi, je les transforme avec mon équipe et on les amène à nos clients.
Régulièrement, j'essaye de trouver les produits les plus locaux possibles.
Nous sommes sollicités par des jeunes restaurateurs. On revient à l'essentiel, on revient au circuit court.
Voilà, c'est tout, on s'inspire finalement de ce qu'il y a autour de nous.
Que ça soit restaurateur ou que ça soit une clientèle de particulier, recherche avant tout du vrai et du goût.
Amener l'innovation, ça doit être lisible par l'œil. C'est votre œil qui crée la gourmandise. L'exigence de l'œil est au même niveau que l'exigence du palais.
On aime la tradition, on la respecte en la faisant évoluer.
C'est une cuisine justement basée sur des produits frais qui sont faits avec le cœur.
Tout de suite, ça se ressent dans l'assiette.
On cherche vraiment cette chaleur, on se retrouve dans notre âme, on se retrouve dans notre corps. C'est ça vraiment ce que j'aime.
Être boucher, c'est être capable aujourd'hui de savoir comment la bête a été élevée, par qui elle a été élevée.
On a aussi un grand chef qui nous réclame des pommes de terre qui font vraiment cette taille-là, de 5 à 10 grammes.
À travers mes mains et celles de mon équipe, ça donne ça.
Voir quelqu'un qui derrière retravaille le produit et l'excelle, on a l'impression d'un aboutissement, quoi.
J'ai toujours ce même sentiment et ça me fait toujours autant de plaisir. Je ne serai jamais blasé de ça.
On travaille vraiment avec la bière, donc c'est vraiment cette saveur qu'on va retrouver dans nos plats.
Je pense que s'il y a une saveur qui caractérise la région, c'est l'amertume.
C'est une très belle saveur parce qu'elle est là au service des autres, elle est humble et elle est belle comme les gens du Nord.
Ici, on est un peu comme dans une troupe de cirque. C'est-à-dire qu'il faut qu'il y ait un côté spectacle, en même temps un côté ludique, amusant.
Voir le sourire sur les clients, de les voir contents, qui se régalent.
C'est aimer les gens, quoi, c'est tout.
Et ce terroir, pour moi, c'est pas juste une notion de territoire, c'est aussi les gens qui y vivent. Et j'ai rien contre les autres terroirs, mais je suis tellement amoureux de celui-ci que je sens qu'il faut juste être là pour la transmission et puis le valoriser encore plus que ce qu'il est aujourd'hui.
Et bonne dégustation.
In the European Young Chef Award category, the winning film is Keeping Minhos Home, which promotes this beautiful Portuguese region. Let's watch it.
The Minho region in the north of Portugal maintains traditions that have been lost in many parts of Europe. The local gastronomy is intimately linked to the local landscapes, including terraced fields with dry stone walls, abundant vineyards used to make exquisite vinho verde wines, free-range livestock that roams the valleys and mountains, fresh fish and shellfish, and farmers' markets brimming with fresh produce. To pay tribute to the region's rich culinary traditions and to stimulate new, innovative approaches, the Minho Young Chef Awards selects a young chef to represent the region. This year's winner is Rui Pedro Meira from Viana do Castelo. He's proposed a new approach to one of the region's most emblematic dishes, a meat and rice dish called arroz de serrabulho.
Arroz de serrabulho is a typical dish from Minho, and I wanted to give it a little twist.
Rui believes that local culinary traditions are key to local identity.
Here in Minho we have a strong connection with the countryside, and a lot of our dishes come from these connections. Fialho de Almeida, a Portuguese writer, said, povo que defende os seus pratos tradicionais defende o seu território. This is a dish that shows our way to be, because we try always to use all we have.
The traditional arroz de serrabulho dish uses different cuts of meat, such as beef, pork and chicken, mixed with rice and complemented by various seasonings. As a student at the Hotel and Tourism School of Viana do Castelo, Rui has developed a new twist to this dish. It includes rice paper rolls, crispy rice, small onions cooked in olive oil and butter, rice cooked in the meat stock, meat terrine, mousse, and fresh aromatic herbs. Presentation is key to the final effect.
What I try to do is keep the flavors of the traditional dish, and just change a little bit the presentation. And now we finish with a sauce of serrabulho. We try to put a little bit of all the sauce in all the ingredients. This is our plate. Here in the Minho, after a good food and wine, you like to dance. Thanks for watching.
Our beautiful Minho. Next is the historical food routes category, whose winner is the film Savonian Secret, Taste Savo from Finland. Let's watch the film.
There is a gastronomical region in the middle of Finland called Lakeland that only a few people really know. North Savo, a secret worth exploring. What makes this secret worth searching for? What makes Savonians and this area unique? They are hard-working people. The single most important factor that defines North Savo is character. Character makes this region remarkable. Here, the connection with nature is the way of living. Character is the result of patience. When the growing season is over, the patient Savonian lets nature do its magic. The wait is rewarded because once the treasures are collected, they are delicate and worth waiting for. Here, everyone is free to collect gems of nature, mushrooms, berries, and wild herbs. Character is the reason why a potato of the new harvest tastes delicious. Strawberries taste sweeter than anywhere else. Here, people live along with the rhythm of nature. They work for themselves and for their loved ones. North Savo is a treasure chamber with the soil as a floor and the sky as a roof. When we fish, we do it with respect, and the fish are living in clean water. Therefore, their taste is characteristically fresh. The rhythm of nature also means that each new day is full of new experiences. Character catches fire when we feel joyful. Thanks to those who work throughout the year for feeding our bodies as well as our minds. Farmers, fishermen, collectors, breeders. Their work isn't easy, but it's nonetheless done with pride. We must respond to them with our gratitude. Alongside with people, 4 seasons are the secret behind our culture. The freshness of spring, the sweetness of summer, the colors of autumn, the magic of winter. Welcome to Feast at the Savonian table. North Savo. Share our secret.
And the winner in the New Food Trends category is the film Slovenian Gastronomy, You Can't Spell Slovenia Without Love. Let's watch the film.
With love and passion, Slovenia is making its mark on world gastronomy. An astonishing 6 chefs were awarded Michelin stars in our first year. From a heart of rebellion to the world's best female chef. From a chef who fashions fish into art. To a skateboarder chef whose creativity ignites when the best local meats strike the grill. From a maestro of red corn and mountain traditions. To a visionary whose mind-altering beef soup stirs memories of childhood. Our cellars yield some of the world's best biodynamic wine. Our famous wind, the Buria, rises from the Adriatic and tumbles toward the Alps. Our forests and fields offer up gifts, and our foragers know how to find them. So when guests come to these finest restaurants, they have a feeling that they've come home. In a land that conjures images of fairies and dragons, meet innovation and ingenuity. We work with nature, and we do so sustainably, the right way. From our back garden to our kitchen to your table, we show our love through cooking of our land, of nature, of our guests. You can't spell Slovenia without love. Your plate awaits.
And the winner in the Environment and Food category is a film from Spain, Taste Us by Roca Brothers. Let's watch the film.
De què té gust Catalunya? Segurament té gust el seu paisatge.
L'Ebre, l'Empordà, els Pirineus, que dona tant de sí, que és tan inspirador.
Però també té gust sofregits, a picades, a mar i muntanyes, salats i dolços.
Com deia Pla, la cuina és el paisatge portat a la cassola. Sempre ens ha seduït la idea de menjar-se el paisatge. Aquest espai tan nostre, que ha donat caràcter i essència al nostre poble.
No seríem qui som sense els fruits de la nostra terra.
Per un cuiner la terra és la identitat, és l'autenticitat, és la possibilitat de poder mostrar, a través de la cuina, que és un llenguatge, mostrar històries.
Per avançar, primer s'ha d'adquirir el coneixement del passat. Nosaltres ho hem après tot de la mare.
Catalunya ens ha donat molta diversitat a través dels seus llibres i del seu llegat, també d'aquestes tradicions properes. Tot això configura la cuina del celler Can Roca. Tenim la sort, com a cuiners que cuinem en aquest territori, que tenim productes extraordinaris, no? I, per tant, el producte pot ser, i de fet és, un punt de partida importantíssim, que dona peu a plats extraordinaris.
Que com seria la nostra cuina si no haguéssim nascut a Catalunya? Sempre hem estat envoltats de gent que ens ve a veure amb il·lusió. Es deixen portar, que nosaltres podem provocar i jugar. I amanir una vetllada en la qual hi ha gent que comenta que per a ells això és un espectacle. La gent ens regala el seu temps. I bé, amb les mans obertes. No podem decebre'ls.
A què té gust Catalunya?
Bastants.
And finally, in the category Candidate World Regions of Gastronomy, there are 2 winning films. Taste of Al-Hassa from Saudi Arabia. Let's watch the film. And Palette Planet from Thailand. Let's watch the film.
ป่าชายเลนเปรียบได้ดังมดลูกของทะเล
ป่าคือผนังแล้วก็มาถึงเกลือแล้วค่อยไปถึงเมืองในขณะเดียวกันส้มโอลิ้นจี่ก็คือป่าก็คือรั้วไม่ให้ทะเลมีปัญหาเหมือนกันต่างคนต่างเกื้อกูลกันเพราะว่าตรงนั้นก็คืออาหารของคนไทยเป็นธนาคารอาหารที่ดีนี่เอง
เป็นสมบัติของบรรพบุรุษเปลี่ยนแปลงไม่ได้มันจะคงอยู่คู่บรรพบุรุษคู่กับคนแต่ละรุ่นไป
การทำให้วิถีชีวิตของผู้คนเนี่ยไปอยู่กับป่าจะยังคงอยู่เพราะป่ามีประโยชน์สำหรับเขา
ประโยชน์น่ะคนรุ่นเราทำแต่ว่าใช้ไปด้วยแต่ว่าก็ส่งประโยชน์ส่งไอ้ประโยชน์ของทรัพยากรพวกนี้ไปสู่รุ่นลูกหลานเราในวันข้างหน้า
วันนี้คนที่เข้ามาชุดแรกๆมองว่าสมุทรสงครามน่าอยู่สมุทรสงครามอากาศดีน้ำดีใช่ไหมครับดินดีพวกนี้มองอย่างเงี้ยแต่เวลาเข้ามาแล้วเอาสิ่งที่ไม่ดีเป็นต้นว่าทมที่ทำอะไรแต่อะไรสารพัดที่จะทำเห็นแก่ตัวสารพัดสารเพเข้ามาเอามาใช้หมด
ก็ต่อสู้แบบเงียบๆนะ
สิ่งที่ทำให้มันหายไปมันแลกกันมันคุ้มหรือเปล่าคุณสร้างแบบนี้ขึ้นมาไม่ได้ง่ายๆนะคะเมืองนี้มันมีอยู่มันมีมาชุมชนแบบนี้สภาพแวดล้อมแบบนี้สังคมแบบนี้กายภาพแบบนี้มันไม่ใช่สร้างขึ้นมาได้ง่ายๆในเวลาแค่แป๊บเดียวอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเราคิดอยู่เสมอโจก็ชอบพูดอยู่เสมอว่าเมืองนี้เป็นมรดกของโลกมันเป็นมรดกของโลกค่ะที่มนุษย์เนี่ยช่วยกันทำขึ้นมาแล้วมันก็คงอยู่ต่อไปได้เพราะว่ามนุษย์ยังเป็นมนุษย์อยู่เรายังต้องการคุณค่าแบบเดิมๆอยู่อะไรอย่างเงี้ย
คนเราเนี่ยที่ดีที่สุดก็คือว่าต้องรู้จักตัวเองก่อนที่จะรู้จักคนอื่นคนเราถ้าไม่รู้จักตัวเองแล้วเผลอไปรู้จักคนอื่นเราก็จะรับอะไรของคนอื่นเข้ามาอย่างได้ประโยชน์อย่างโง่แต่ถ้าเรารู้จักตัวเราเองว่าตัวเราเนี่ยเป็นใครเราจะรู้จักเลือกสิ่งที่มีประโยชน์เหล่านั้นแล้วก็ผลักสิ่งที่ไร้ประโยชน์ออกไปแล้วมันจะเป็นตัวการหนึ่งที่ทำให้เกิดการรักษาอะไรเอาไว้ได้
หรือจะรอให้มันไม่มีแล้วค่อยทดสอบกันนะ
I now call to the stage EATSA's Portuguese representative, José Luís Marques, to announce firsthand the winners of the first, second, and third prizes and the best potential World Region of Gastronomy winner of the second edition of the Food Film Menu competition. Please.
Thank you. Good morning to you all here at the room and around the world online. First, I want to wish you a great World Tourism Day. And my first compliments go to the Peniche School and the Polytechnic of Coimbra that hosts us today. My compliment to the teachers, to the directors, to the students and staff. I'm very proud to represent here HiCat and also Coimbra region, European Region of Gastronomy 2021, and due to the pandemic, as you know, extended to the first semester of 2022. I also compliment the organization, EATSA, and the Centro of Portugal Film Commission. I compliment you for this magnificent event. So, with no further delays, I think it's due also a very special compliment to all the participants, the contestants, the filmmakers, the nominee and awarded this morning, because with your inspiration, with your work, with your creation, you help us to achieve our goals of aiming this new tourism we want from now on, more sustainable and inclusive. With no further details, we'll go to our prizes. Third place.
Makes this region
Goes to
remarkable.
Savonian Secrets, Tas Tesavo.
Here, the connection with nature is the way of living. Character.
Second place. European Region of Gastronomy, Trondheim, Trondelag, New Horizons.
Det er I hvert fall noe vi har grunn til å være veldig stolt av.
Vi vil vise frem at vi har jobbet for det her, og det her fortjener vi.
Stedet der vi har best.
And first prize. First prize go to A Food and Love Story, Menorca. And last but not least, the best potential world of region of gastronomy. It goes the prize to Taste of Al-Asa, Saudi Arabia. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you.
Congratulations to all the winners. And the EATSA Film Fest, as mentioned in the opening session, has two competitive sections. The Art Lab competition for films produced in an academic context, and the Masters competition aimed at professional productions. I'm so sorry. These papers keep falling. We're back on track. In total, 360 films were submitted in the two competitions, Considering that this is its first edition, it is seen as a huge success for the organizers. The international jury of 30 experts from 17 countries took on the hard task of evaluating these films. So let's give a round of applause for the jury of the EATSA Film Festival, please. On November 10th, we will announce the winners that will receive an amazing trophy inspired in the stylized shape of the armillary sphere combined with the representation of a camera lens. The design builds on the concept of film as a navigational tool in the sustainability space, a cultural artifact used to communicate and stimulate ideas, experiences, and promoting good practices with a positive and meaningful impact in the world. The competitive sections of the film produced in universities and polytechnics around the world, Art Lab, aims to create greater awareness among young people. For the themes of tourism, art, culture, the environment, and social issues at a time where humanity has necessarily to change its course or disappear, in a true effort to build a better future. There is, in fact, no planet B, and the world as we know it is in danger of disappearing. Therefore, Art Lab supports projects that point towards the change we all need. We will now present the Art Lab films nominated in the documentary category that will award 3 films, first, second, and third prizes. The first nominee is 50 Years of Earth Day from the American University Graduate School of Communications. Let's watch the trailer.
And if we continue with our current trends, those are things that can't go on forever without having to pay a really serious price.
Earth Day started in 1970, and it was a recognition at the time that we had a lot of local land, air, and water pollution problems.
The Silent Spring of Rachel Carson was broadcast in the spring of 1963. Nearly 10 years later, almost all use of DDT was outlawed.
Communities across the country came together and said, we need to change this.
beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you!
Hard to see this without getting emotional. The next nominee is Angola's Path from Mosaico Institute in Angola. Let's watch the trailer. The next nominee is Ayana from Kyrgyz Turkish Manas University from Kyrgyzstan. Let's watch the trailer.
Altını açmadım diyor. Atam da uçacaktı.
The next nominated film is Human vs. Elephant from the Indonesia Institute of Art, Yogyakarta. Let's watch the trailer.
Sekarang hutannya pun nggak ada, bayu pun nggak ada lagi, satu pun nggak ada lagi kalau dibilangnya hutan markas Afgan. Ada di dalam. Jangan pun udah megah-megah mau punah kan? Coba lah dulu, mana lebih tinggi aja daripada manusia? Cuma posisi dia udah hampir punah bang, kalau manusia kan banyak. Kalau punahnya bukan gara-gara dari sini, sudah dari sana pun itu memang sudah mau punah.
Tough. The fifth nominee is Red Stain Ribbons from the Faculty of Engineering of the University of Porto. Let's check out the trailer.
The people of Hong Kong have been protesting in the streets. Hundreds of thousands have been manifesting discontentment against several political and humanitarian issues. These events were triggered by a bill. However, this is about a whole lot more than that. It's about the statute of Hong Kong, the power China has over it, and their complex political relationship. It's a fight to preserve the freedom people have. And it started after a murder,
And finally, the sixth nominee is The Artificial Revolution from the University of Maryland, United States. Let's watch the trailer.
It was a painting, not made by a Renaissance master or a modern wannabe, not even made by a human at all. This painting was made by a computer, and it wasn't the only one. AI is taking the art world by storm. From appearing at the most prestigious art markets, selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's greenlighting movies, writing poems, scripts, and stories, it's composing music, it's everywhere. Will there come a world where we ask Alexa to write us a specific genre of song? Or a world where human painters can't keep up with the bombardment of thousands of computer-generated portraits? Will there be a world where humans don't even have a hand in art at all? As a young artist, I felt compelled to find out. Are we at the end of art?
And now let's introduce the nominees in the animation category of animation films. The first nominee is Letter from Fukushima from the California Institute of the Arts. Let's watch it. The next nominee is Migrants from Digital and Creative School Poll 3D in France. Let's watch the trailer. The third nominee is Painting by Numbers from Curtin University in Australia. Let's see the trailer. From Canada, the film Shift from Concordia University, Mel Hoppenheim School of Cinema. Let's watch the trailer. And the fifth nominated film is Weak Sauce, produced at the US Ringling College of Art and Design. Let's watch it.
Oh, hi, your dad. Not my dad. That would be dumb. Her dad. What wouldn't be dumb is if I married your daughter. Please?
Gin.
Wow, that looked spicy. Is that milk? Thank you.
การแต่งงานอาจจะยากลำบาก
What is happening?
รับความร้อนได้ไหม
Okay, the milk?
หุ้ย
Okay. I cannot. You want hot? I might be weak sauce. But I love your daughter! Even when things get hot.
And the last nominee is the film Winter Memories from the University of Tehran in Iran. Let's watch the trailer. Congratulations to all Art Lab nominees. On November 10th, we will be here again to announce the winners. Now we're going to have a little break. We'll be back at 3 o'clock European Central Time to continue this event. See you in a bit.